Hey, whippersnappers, this is Tortimer the Great. Welcome back to another very exciting episode of Pokemon Showdown Little Cut Battles. Today we're going off with the Priority Squirtle Squad, and we led off with Blip, actually we led off with Calros, and then switched into Blip expecting the Fake Out, brought Calros back in, was able to get the Stealth Rocks up, and then Blip comes in expecting another Drain Punch. Instead they bring in, they U-turn out into their little mushroom guy here, Fungus, yeah, Fungus, sure, and they put the Spore up on Blip, and I decided to just leave Blip in there because being Flying type with the Berry Juice and everything, I wanted to get him awake before I switched him out, just for the sake of, you know, ease of use. So he wakes up, gets a critical hit Shadow Ball, which is like, oh wow, real felt, but another crit there, man. I don't know, I felt bad about that first one, but at least it was a 2-hit shot. They were able to get a good Ice Beam off on Blip, so don't feel quite as bad. But then they bring in Chinchou, they brought in their Mindfu and then switched into Chinchou. And Chinchou is going to be able to take down Blip there. At that point, they bring in Abra, so I bring in Tip Tup. Tip Tup's kind of my surefire Abra killer. With the Fake Out plus the Aqua Jet, no Abra stands a chance. So that worked out real nicely. Tip Tup was able to take that down. And then they bring in their Mindfu again. Tip Tup's going to take a couple of good hits here, knock off Fake Out, and then we're going to get the Zen Headbutt off, which with the Life Orb gone, it doesn't do quite as much as I would have liked. If we'd been able to keep our Life Orb, I'm thinking that Zen Headbutt Aqua Jet combo probably would have done it for us, but it did not. So Crusher comes in after Tip Tup goes down. Gonna get the Bullet Punch off here to finish off Mindfu, so that works out very nicely. Now we're down 4-3, so that works out. I'm gonna land a good Gunk Shot here on the Fungus, but then they're gonna survive long enough to put Crusher to sleep now. And so with Crusher asleep, they're gonna bring in their Duskull and throw up the sub and just to start setting up using Pain Split, which didn't do a whole lot, but I guess enough that it was worth doing because they got a little bit of HP back. Crusher finally wakes up. They throw the Shadow Sneak up, which is doing reasonable damage to Crusher, given that they're behind a sub and aren't really in any danger. But then Crusher finally lands a Gunk Shot and kills the sub. Another Pain Split only serves to help me. It gave me health. I'm not sure. That was probably a misclick. Crusher gets burned from the Will-O-Wisp, and then it's going to get killed here by the Shadow Sneak. At which point Simba comes in. Simba is Choice Scarfed, so it throws up the Dark Pulse there and takes out the Duskull. They bring in Chinchou, so I switch into Calros, mainly just as death fodder there. And Bambi's going to come in there. I expect that they're going to expect the Seed Bomb, so I go for the return here, which is going to allow us to kill Annoyance, their Fungus. And then they bring in Chinchou, and Bambi's going to be able to get a good return off there. She's going to have no trouble taking that Scald and then get another return off again. So I had my 2 Choice Scarf Pokemon left, so I wasn't real worried. Even if they had a couple more Pokemon left, I think those 2 probably could have handled it reasonably well. But yeah, so there we go. A fun starting battle for the Priority Squirtle Squad here on a Tiny Tuesday. Let's go ahead and jump into the next one, shall we? Alright guys, welcome back to battle number 2. We went up against Charmander Jose, and Calros came in against Trill, their Drillbur. We threw up our Stealth Rocks, and they Earthquaked, and then we Earthquaked, and they threw up Stealth Rocks. So there we go, not Ryobi. Drillbur goes down. At this point, they bring in their Carvanha, and Calros is going to take a Waterfall and hang on thanks to Sturdy, and then Earthquake the Kraken into Oblivion. So that works out very nicely. Timber then comes in. We get an Iron Head off, and then they get knocked off. So there we go. Blip comes in then after Calros goes down. They bring in Larvesta, who's going to take an Acrobatics, and they're going to Wild Charge us, which is going to kill Blip, but the Recoil is also going to kill the Larvesta, so it works out okay. And then Tip Tup comes in. I go for the Fake Out here, and then I'm going to go for the... I forget what... Oh, I was going to go for the Rapid Spin is what I was trying to do. I was going for the Rapid Spin to try and get rid of rocks. But Magnemite was too fast, and I went ahead and killed Tip Tup, which was unfortunate, but Yeah, it happened. Simba comes in, takes care of the Abra, and then Crusher's gonna come in for the Timber. He's gonna get some good health back from the Drain Punch, but then we're gonna Fake Out, and then Gunk Shot here, which is thankfully gonna land and poison the Timber, so that works out pretty nicely. They get a knockoff off, but we're gonna survive that, which is fantastic, and then we're gonna come in with the Bullet Punch, which is going to be just enough to kill the Timber. So that works out very nicely for us. We go in, and I was gonna go for the Brick Break, just hoping that I could outspeed the Magnemite, but it didn't work out. But Simba comes in with his Choice Scarf and flamethrowers Magnemite in the face, and it goes down. So yeah, there we go. A couple of fun little battles there. And I hope you guys, we actually came down to both Simba and Bambi again. That's funny, I just realized that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure those likes, comments, and subscriptions for me, guys. And if you guys have not already, if you didn't watch any Showdown episodes last week, we're starting a new series that's going to be coming out this Sunday sub days for Showdown stuff. Go watch an episode from last week to get the full details on what we're doing. And I hope you guys will participate that. If you do have a battle that you're ready to send me the replay link for, you can put that here or in an episode from last week. I'm going to be checking both of these weeks of stuff for that kind of stuff. So check last week for full information, but you can feel free to post links here or whatever if you want to, or your ideas for next week's challenge. Anyway, as always, I've been Tortimer the Great. You guys have been great. Hope you guys have a nice day, and leave those likes, comments, and subscriptions for me, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.